Football is finally back. It's week 1, and you likely just got done drafting your team over the last couple of weeks, and now it's time to play the waiver wire, one of the keys to winning fantasy football championships. But before we get into it, if you can hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be here all season long giving fantasy insight, as well as giving free sports betting picks at lineemupfantasy.com. So if sports betting is available in your area, you're going to want to check it out. Let's get into it. Starting off, we have running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Rachaad White. Reports have come out that the Bucs plan on lightening Leonard Fournette's workload, which would likely benefit Rachaad White. Rachaad White is a rookie coming into the season and has a great opportunity to prove himself to be reliable and someone that the Buccaneers can trust. It's likely that the Buccaneers want to keep Leonard Fournette healthy throughout the season because obviously this team is planning on making a playoff run and they know what Leonard Fournette can do in the playoffs. So if Rachaad White can come in and prove himself, I think he can be fantasy relevant this season. He's not someone who I would start, but he's definitely worth stashing on your bench. Next, we have running back for the Las Vegas Raiders, Samir White. Samir White was drafted by the Raiders in the 4th round, and the Raiders have recently declined Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option. This would likely indicate that the Raiders are ready to move on from Josh Jacobs and could give Samir White the opportunity to work his way into a bigger workload on this team. So he's not someone who I would suggest playing right away, but he's definitely worth picking up and stashing on your bench and playing the wait and see game. He's going undrafted in a lot of leagues out there, and he's definitely worth picking up. Next, we have wide receiver for the Houston Texans, Nico Collins. Nico Collins is going into his 2nd season with the Houston Texans, and I think he has a great opportunity to solidify his role as the wide receiver 2 for this team. He really stood out during camp and preseason, making a lot of contested catches and big plays. So I think he has a great opportunity to work his way into fantasy relevancy this season. I understand this team is unappealing to target, but I think he has an opportunity to be relevant this season. He's going undrafted in a lot of leagues, and I think he's worth stashing on your bench. Next, we have rookie wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce has looked really good throughout training camp and preseason, making a lot of big plays and contested catches. This team is very thin at the wide receiver position, and I think that Alec Pierce has the opportunity to be involved in this offense week 1. I wouldn't necessarily start him, but I definitely think he's worth picking up and stashing on your bench. He's going undrafted in a lot of leagues out there, so go check and see if he's available and stash him on your bench. Next, we have our quarterback of the week. This is something that we're going to do every single week. So if you're streaming quarterback, we go out and try to find quarterbacks that are widely available throughout leagues out there that have favorable matchups. And this week, it's Jameis Winston against the Atlanta Falcons. Jameis Winston looked really good last season before suffering his ACL injury. He had 14 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions in 7 games. So I think this offense only got better with the addition of Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave, and the return of Michael Thomas. I think this offense is going to surprise some people, and I really like this matchup for Jameis Winston this week. You could pick him up and start him with confidence. Last, we have our defense of the week, the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are taking on the New York Giants this week, and I don't know if I'm just overreacting from preseason or not, but it seems like the New York Giants have not solved this offensive line problem, which we know Daniel Jones does not do good under pressure. So until proven otherwise, I'm going to start defenses against them. So I really like Tennessee Titans against them this week. But that's going to do it for us today. If you liked the video, be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, line them up.